All right, guys. Today we're gonna be reacting to Black Woman Admits I'm voting for Kamala Harris just because she's Black woman. Jump in.
Okay, so Paige, you pro woman. I got to hear what you got to say, y'all.
I am pro woman. But in this situation, I don't think that she's gonna win. I think it's good for entertainment and us women and black women at that. But as far as you men, black, whatever color, I don't think y'all are gonna allow it. I don't think y'all are. And I think y'all are gonna band together with your votes and vote against her. That's what I think.
Would you
Oh,
vote for? Let me ask you a question. Would you vote for?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm gonna just be real honest with this. She's a black woman.
Oh, I see.
Because
Wow, that's
because
They
crazy.
they
goes back
skin
to
folk, not
like
Kim folk.
That's insane. This video went viral, folks. It's a lot of people reacting to it, but this is insane, folks. Only because of that. That's insane.
I
hey,
I think it goes back to what somebody was saying, where it's not voting for someone, but majority will vote
oh,
for somebody
again.
else just
hold on,
as
wait. Hold on, hold on.
somebody
Let me
else.
mind this out. Let me mind this out.
I
Is it
think
is it
majority.
only because she a black woman?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let put Sex and Red in office.
She's not black, friend. She's not black.
Red is
Wait,
white.
wait.
She's
Let's
half
just say
black.
no. It don't matter.
Isn't she half black?
Well, listen.
Why
What,
does that? Why
whether
does
she
that
half
make
black,
me
whether
vote
she
for
hold on,
her?
Let's have this conversation. Whether she's
She's
half black or
she's
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 not half,
half of two of the most
it
prosecuted
doesn't even
races.
matter. None of that matters.
Yeah,
None
that
of that
is
matters.
true.
Why?
And what he's saying is true. None of this matter. She's black, up and down, doesn't matter.
Why? Only because of that.
Because I would love to see a woman in
They think
office.
this is a
Oh
game, huh?
Why?
shit.
I want to give us a shot. I mean,
Wow, they
Hey,
think
how
it
many
is a game.
presidents have we had that were all men? Like, let's
Wow.
All right, vote
get
for
one.
Hillary
hey,
Clinton.
listen, Paige. Y'all seen what single women did to the black man? Like, oh
Oh,
shit.
please.
Hold on. Y'all seen how y'all mess up the head of the household? Y'all want to mess
What?
up the head of the country? Let's be honest.
Mm.
I ain't gonna say all single mothers, but let's be honest now. We got a prison full of
That is
examples.
so incorrect. You said single mothers did what to the household?
Wow.
Folks, they messed it up. They
How
gave
so?
No,
they,
she's
they
trying to be
gave single
stupid.
mothers a choice. They said you want welfare or you want the husband to be around.
No, she's trying to be naive with the little glasses and everything. She's trying to be naive.
The women said, "Well, it sounds fair to me," and they took the deal. And ever since then, it's been messed up out here. Can we not agree to that?
I'm so broken, bro. Honestly. Like on everything, on my father's grave. I am so broken right now, man.
Why?
You don't do you not see the how that's a bad idea?
Elaborate.
Okay, so we're in three proxy wars
Three.
with some of the most powerful leaders in the world. She failed at the border, in which we have an estimation of 15 to 20 million people illegally into this country. That is literally overtaking and bankrupting Chicago to the tune of over $400 million per year, and they are in a deficit. Oakland is going out of business. San Francisco, ditto. California, $65 billion deficit. New York, they're literally cutting trash, in which they are the rattiest, dirtiest city, and they've taken up resources as far as free healthcare, free
Yeah,
hotels to the
that's
tune
true.
of $600 a day. They're literally taking over your schools. Your taxpayer dollars are going to fund the migrant crisis. She was supposed to be in charge of this. We have a failing economy. Every single day I see people getting on the internet talking about $30 an hour is the new minimum wage because inflation is fucking out of control. At one point it was at almost 10%, depending on what city that you in. She has no policy, no record to stand on. One of the biggest things that she did in her career was lock up more black men than ever before. But we sitting here and vote her in office on identity politics. The very person that she's she was under as far as the president of the United States of America, she called him racist during a debate, which shows you how fake she is. And the only thing that we can stand on from a policy perspective is whether or not she's black and she's a woman. We did that during the Obama
It didn't work.
administration, and he didn't do anything for black people. As a matter of fact, y'all complain because the only person that he did, or the only group of people that he really stood for, is the alphabet community, and that's his landmark thing that he's still standing
Thank
on
you.
today. So the only thing that we have to stand on is identity politics. That shit didn't work with Tiffany Henyard in Dayton, Illinois. It didn't work with Karen Bass. It didn't work with Lori Lightfoot in Chicago. It didn't work with Brandon Johnson that then took over her position in Chicago.
Eric Adams.
It didn't work with Andre Dickens in Atlanta. It didn't
Fannie
work
Willis.
with Eric Adams in New York. It doesn't work across the country. Every single Democratic city is a hellhole.
There we go, folks. There we go. And that's why a lot of these conversations are popping up. I'm not going to lie. That's why the 19th, regarding the 19th, is a conversation not only in the United States, but a lot around the world. Some of these places you see, like, when you have, the opposite gender just taking control, things tend to just go the same way. A lot of European countries, they're just dealing with the migrant crisis of another level. And when you start catering to this kind of people, why policy matters? When they only voting because of the color of the skin or their gender. It's stupid.
And we sitting here talking about identity politics?
Wow.
And to further help y'all understand,
Shit, bro.
Speaking of identity, if y'all want to know who Kamala Harris is Nunu off of ATL. Okay? When it come time to play like she a black woman, she gonna put on her biggest hoop earrings. She gonna put on her Timbs. She gonna tie her Timbs up. I don't know who tie up Timbs. She gonna pull out her house, put them on her greens. And this how black she not, y'all. She put her greens in a bowl so it didn't touch the cornbread, y'all.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
What black family you know who put the greens in a cup?
Love and hip hop. He's funny, man. Sip Shop. Love and Sip Hop. Oh, okay, I get it. Sip Hop. That's kind of weird.
Don't
funny,
touch
though.
the cornbread. Y'all, the woman ain't black. Her daddy was Jamaican. Her mama was Indian. Their relationship stank, first of all. Second of all, she is not. If Drake ain't like us, Kamala definitely ain't like us.
Hey, can I do a straw poll right quick? Who's voting for Kamala Harris? Raise your hand.
I ain't heard her policies yet. I can't say that I'm not voting for her.
Ah, man, come on without BS, bro. You already know her policy. She's in an administration currently. What are you talking about? At this point, they want to see. This is the problem. You're killing it with your argument. When it comes down to stand for true principle, you back up. Nah, man.
Yeah, that.
Nobody voting for Kamala Harris? You got one person? Is that it out of 10?
It's too early to really say for any candidate.
No, man.
Unless you're straight Democrat or straight
It's
Republican.
over, man. Look, the Democratic National Convention is in August. And by August, they got to have their person. They got to, ain't no too late. You already know you're going to vote for it now.
Yeah, they're trying to play the political correctness. But at this point, if you don't know who you're voting for, that is the same reason, the same argument why you should not participate. At this point, you don't even know who you're voting for. You're disconnected.
Look, who's voting for Donald Trump?
Me.
Raise your hand.
You're muted, Anton. Anton, you're muted.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem with that, though, ABL. We are liars. We listen. You know how many people.
I want everybody to be honest. I want everybody. If you,
it's not gonna happen, ABL. You know how many people. You know how many people gonna admit that they actually supported Black Lives Matters? Zero. You know how many people actually admit that they voted for Biden? Zero. I do straw polls all the time, and people lie.
ABL sound like a woman. Y'all just be honest. I ain't gonna get mad. Like, nigga, stand for the lie, nigga.
Well, I can say that I was definitely one of the people who voted for Obama because he was Black.
Huge mistake.
I definitely was one of the people who said I was gonna vote for Trump. I was hashtag BLM and all.
There you go. See that, and this is the problem right here. You see how they always targeting women? This is the reason why, because they're emotional driven.
I'm being honest.
Because she being real. She being
your decision.
And the reason that I did it, I was raised a Democrat. I was raised that way. My dad he was a campaign manager for our local councilman. We had to go knocking on doors. We had to pass out flyers. I worked for a Democratic assemblyman. I was raised Democrat. So I was just kind of following along. And then finally, thankfully, when COVID hit, I think Kevin Samuels started kind of talking about some stuff in politics too. Like some of the people who I started listening to during my time down, I started understanding certain things, and it dawned on me, I really don't know what Barack Obama did while he was in office. So I started researching and I started learning, and I'm like, oh my God, like a lot of the stuff that I have.
She's rambling, folks.
That's the whole thing. He did not have enough support from the Democrats. RFK is a person that's seen as a centrist or a moderate, maybe even conservative, not really a Democrat. He was not popular among Democrats. That's why he was not anywhere near Biden in the primaries. And there's more people in debates in the primaries before you get to nomination time. They just had the RNC recently, but it nominated Trump and J.D. Vance. So we're pretty much on the home stretch. It's only going to be president and the challenger debating. It won't be anybody else.
Yeah.
But why not?
Because
what was it? The last election or the election before that, it was a panel of like
that was
during the primary.
She's talking like she's talking like the primaries were just basically another elections. Oh my God. They're lost, folks.
Was what?
During the primary, do you understand? Okay, so you know where the primaries were, right?
But who was up there during the primaries?
Okay,
a lot of them.
But in the primaries, see, in this case, there was not any challengers. There were not any true challengers to Joe Biden. There was a
but you know how you're saying there's not true challenge. What I'm saying to you is the determination of a true challenger, according to what RFK said, and then when I learned about them changing the policy, the determining factor of if you should really be up there or not, from what I saw, what I read, has been changed. The way it was determined has been changed. Have you heard that or read that?
RFK will tell you a lie. Don't believe everything he says.
No. Note what I said. I said RFK said it, and then
he said do not believe everything that he said because he's a politician. At the end of the day, I know where RFK comes from, but he's still a politician, folks. He's gonna say a lot of things just to win. Like, this is why you have to be humble. Gabriel has been doing this for quite some time. He's a very well knowledge in his craft, and she's right here telling him what he said or not. And you clearly she can even differentiate between primaries and just general elections. Oh my God!
I went and looked it up.
So what did you find when you looked it up?
What I found when I looked it up was that they changed. I'm not gonna say all the wording correctly. But what I found was that they changed whatever the process is for determining who the Democratic candidate is going to be. It was changed or I don't know what word, but I'm going to say changed for lack of a better word. It was changed during Biden's presidency. Have you read that?
Nah. And ultimately,
check that out and see, because from what I gathered, it was.
One second. It doesn't even really matter because ultimately the primary tells you the story because Biden would get 98% of all the votes in the primary. RFK and Marianne Williamson were like getting 1% and 2%. It was not even close. They had no chance. So it wasn't no point. There was no true challenger. Like I said, RFK is not a person that's very well liked in the Democratic Party. He's kind of a centrist and may appeal to more moderate people like yourself. He's not going to appeal to the masses in the Democratic Party or quite frankly, the Republican Party because he has some very far leftist views. So the ultimate thing is it doesn't even matter what rule was changed. He was never going to be on the debate stage because he had no support.
So here's my point in going into this space. What I learned in starting to do research on the candidates was all of what we're talking about. So even if what you're saying is so, the fact that I'm now understanding, I think to 2K's point, the vote, if you will, is really, really, even if it gets to the people, it goes through a lot of filtering before it really gets to the people.
All right, what the hell is she saying, man? I don't know for her. She's not saying it. She's just beating her ego. She just wanna just show the panel that she's getting educated, I guess.
Again, it was an eye-opening moment for me to do my research on.
I'm gonna leave the links in the description down below. But this is what happened, folks. And I think I heard Andrew Wilson talking about this, where in the beginning of the Republic, not everybody has the right to vote, right? There's only a certain sector that were allowed to vote, and things move kind of, more conservatively responsible. Now, we gave everybody the right to vote, and everybody just voting without really thinking. I think that's ridiculous. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, but this is crazy. I'll see you in the next one.